This is Mr. Chu, and here's what you're going to learn today. By the end of this video, you should be able to apply area formulas to solve surface area problems. And here is the problem for video 3. We're asked to calculate the surface area of the following prism. Now, in order for us to calculate the surface area of any three-dimensional figure, we do have to find the area of each of the faces, and then we can add them all together. I'd like to highlight something about this particular prism, mainly that the base is a trapezoid. So this is a trapezoidal prism. As I mentioned, we have to calculate the area of each of the faces of this figure in order for us to find the surface area. So I'm going to start by finding the area of the trapezoid, which we know is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times height. And that's the height of the trapezoid. When I do this, I wind up getting 27.95 feet squared. But there are two trapezoidal bases of this prism. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply this by 2 to get an area of 55.9 feet squared. Next, I'm going to start looking at some of the lateral faces of this trapezoidal prism. What I'd like to look at is the area of the top part of this prism, which is a rectangle whose base and height are 6 feet and 9 feet. So the area of the top rectangle is going to be our base, 6 feet, multiplied by the height, which is 9 feet, to get an area of 54 feet squared. Now I'm going to look at the bottom, which is also a rectangle. It has a measure of 6 feet by 4 feet. So the area of this bottom is going to be 6 feet times 4 feet, which will give us 24 feet squared. And finally, the last sides to look at are going to be the two slanted lateral faces, so 1 and 2. These are rectangles. They are congruent rectangles whose measures are 6 feet and 5 feet. I'm going to call these the sides. So the area of one of the sides is going to be 6 feet times 5 feet, which gives us 30 feet squared. But there are two of them, so we're going to multiply by 2 to get a total of 60 feet squared for these two sides. And all together, if we take a look at 55.9 feet squared, 54 feet squared, 24 feet squared, and 60 feet squared, the total surface area when added together will give us 193.9 feet squared. And there you have it.